Good evening, Westwood, and welcome to Bader Gymnasium opening night for Westwood Girls Basketball. And right into the heart of the schedule of the TVL Large race when it comes to chasing after a TVL championship. And joined, as always, Tom Lydon as well as Matt Grazzi. Tom, it has been a little bit since we've been in this gym for a basketball game, and you know what? It means everything is back to normal now. Jay Risha on the mic as well. Doesn't get better than this.
Happy to be here. This is what I like to call discovery season for both these teams, and they get thrown right into a rivalry matchup, as you referenced. This is where everybody on both sides still trying to figure out exactly what they're going to do, what roles they're going to settle into as the season progresses. But the emotions are heightened a bit tonight, as it's the Panthers and the Wolverines. It should be a lot of fun. A little early December, mid-December basketball, early season. Looking forward to it.
No question about it. And we are just before winter break, so these are important games right before a little bit of a shutdown for both teams, but wanting to go into those breaks with some momentum, some wins, and confidence. And right off the bat, the Wolverines come away with the tip. It gets in the hands of Julie Hogan, who passes it off to Captain Lizzie Weeman. Driving to the net, that goes off the board, and walking away with it is Grace Witten. Starting with the Holliston Panthers: Grace Witten, Grace Gorham, Lindsay O'Connell, Campbell Harris, and Kira Lucas. And we have a whistle. It's going to be a turnover, and Westwood's going to have the ball. And the starting lineup for the Wolverines: Elise Boger, Sophia Timofeev, Julie Hogan, Liliana Luzo, and Lizzie Weeman. The ball gets loose. Luzzo is trying to track that down, but out of bounds, going to be a Panther ball.
So a young lineup. You have two sophomores here today. You have Luzzo, who's a sophomore, and also Sophia Timofeev. Yep. And I've been told to get ready to get the Timofever because she led the way in the season opener offensively with 11 points. So a lot of teammates and head coach A.K. Joyce have been raving about Sophia. I'm looking forward to watching her play.
All right, Tom. Timofever. At what point today did you say to yourself, all right, I'm going with that. That's in your holster? I mean, that was ready for a couple hours minimum. That was too good. But I've heard a lot of great things. Tom, you did a great job with the season preview, which you can find on westwoodlivingsports.com. And as Tom mentioned, big opportunity here for the Wolverines. They're taking on a similar a team with a similar situation of trying to find that identity. Both teams with new coaches as well, Tom, and trying to get a win in the Tri-Valley League. And we have our first points of the game as Harris puts that in.
So Westwood lost 7 seniors, and obviously they went into the postseason and
from the outside.
Had some success winning a game in the postseason. So it's an opportunity for some people, and you see it here in the early season already, some young people who we didn't see a lot of last year, including Elise Boger, Timofeev, Luzzo. So you've got opportunity waiting for you. And Coach Joyce, as I spoke with her for the season preview, she stresses that every practice, not just overall, that every practice is an opportunity for you to earn playing time.
Yeah, Tom, we've seen countless sports where we've seen sophomores, even freshmen get into the action, and the confidence we've seen with them in their senior years, even junior years, is outstanding. And you got to give coaches credit because they give them the opportunities to go out and earn some minutes and to really gain that confidence.
You know, this team is going to lean on Hogan, going to lean on Weeman, and then we'll see how Timofeev can.
Luzo gets Westwood on the board. Nice move on a great pass by Hogan as she was carving inside in the paint. Hogan coming off a very successful field hockey season. She had a hat trick in the playoff game over Ashland. It's fantastic. Shot from the outside, that's no good. Rebounded by, looks like, Timofeev.
At this point in the season, you just got to get the cobwebs out. At this point, you kind of lean to the people who you're used to scoring points. And we saw that Lizzie scored 9 in the loss to Bridgewater Rainham. And Hogan, of course, was relied upon throughout that game offensively. So to see Luzzo on the board early is encouraging.
Absolutely. It's like, you know, when you had Holmesy chipping in on points last year and you had, you know, some of the different players, it takes the pressure off of your scores. And it allows, and when you get balance, I mean, even also, Maddie, who was one of the point guards, adding all that to what the studs do, it creates winning basketball. Elise Boger, very successful fall season for her. She was a top runner in the TVL for cross country. I believe she finished second on the Wolverine team in the TVL championship. Outstanding season. That ball is short, out of bounds, Wolverine ball.
So the flu bug has been going around Westwood High School, and the Westwood basketball team certainly was not immune to that.
Yeah.
So it's been hard getting a flow in the recent practices. Emma Williams missed some time, along with a couple of her teammates last week, but that's a good story too, which we'll get to when Emma takes the court.
Yep. Weeman from the outside. Yes! And that is the patented Lizzie Weeman three-point shot. We've seen games where she can throw up 5, 6, 7, make them all in a row.
Well, the big difference this year, Morgan, is that she's going to need to. And
Yes.
she's going to need to do it on a consistent basis because that scoring is going to need to come from Lizzie. And, you know, for this team to get to where it needs to be, she's going to need to take that scoring average from where it was last year as a junior because she was able to defer a bit more last year with some of the talent that was here.
Totally.
Now she's got to seize that opportunity and put the ball in the bucket.
Hogan working with cross. She's going to center it. Dish it off to Weeman. Hogan so dangerous from the outside, but she can also dribble it right to the hoop. Weeman again. Boom. Same spot, same outcome.
You know, we were here a lot last year and talked about waiting for that game where Lizzie just lit it up because she's got such a smooth stroke and obviously a ton of confidence, but calmness that comes with her game as well, which is so key when you have new players on the court.
Absolutely. Oh, a great contest there. Battling for it is Timothy. Still battle on the court. We see a jump ball. Have to get confirmation. I think a timeout potentially was called. Nope. It is going to be a Panther ball, I believe, but great effort on a loose ball.
Sophia was assigned to defend the best player for BR on Saturday. Came up with 6 steals. So you just saw another one right there. And if you can earn your time by playing good defense, that says a lot about you as a player.
Absolutely. Checking in for the Wolverines, Bianca Gennari, as well as Eve Clinton. Tom, we covered Eve Clinton's first ever varsity hit in softball.
Got a shot clock violation there.
RBI triple, her second varsity hit. RBI triple again. It was like deja vu. We have Brian to our right in the midst of it. It was really, really fun to call that. As the Wolverines push the pace up the court, Gennari, the fake shot works it in, sends it off to Hogan from the outside, just off on the left and works its way out of bounds. It's going to be a Panther ball.
I think Eve may have thought that was tipped.
Yeah.
Sort of let that go out of bounds, thinking that it might be Westwood's ball. But good start. You know, you got 2 of your outside shooters hitting shots.
Yeah, some good looks. They were the open looks too. So when you're getting open looks, it means you're moving the ball around effectively. So you're starting to get comfortable out there. It's not just getting comfortable within your own game, but within the unit. Panthers working inside off the backboard, and I believe a foul called. Good basket, so we'll have a 3-point play opportunity here. It's going to come off the hands of Lindsay O'Connell. So it was a nifty shot as she was getting fouled. She completes it.
Lindsay, one of the 2 captains on this Holliston team, a senior.
Yeah, very, from the roster I have, looks like a lot of seniors and juniors for Holliston, where Westwood, a lot of sophomores, freshmen. Or excuse me, just a lot of sophomores and juniors. So a miss on that one. Panthers pushing it back into Westwood side of the court. Hogan going one-on-one with Grace Witten. Grace Witten, the top player for the Panthers, and a loose ball. Weeman comes away with it. She's got numbers. Sends it over to Hogan going to the hoop. Off the backboard and in. Beautiful play from start to finish. The steal and then working it up court with numbers and then executing off the backboard.
Wasn't coast to coast, but Julie filling the lane there, knowing that Lizzie was going to get her the pass.
Working it inside. No good. Great defense there by a couple Wolverines. Gennari as well as Luzo. Speaking of Gennari, she gets the pass, shot in, that is good, and that is the first varsity points for Bianca Gennari. Remember the name. That's the cool thing about these games, Tom, is a lot of these are recording history. G. Clinton on defense. Panthers working around, that shot's from the outside, good shot, nothing but net.
But we know that Gennari named very well because we covered a lot of volleyball games with her sister Francesca. So I know that. Look at Hogan taking it in
to the net. Cannot be denied.
Well, Kristen Gennari is very active, or has been over the years, in the basketball program, the youth program, but now that both of her girls are up into the high school.
Yeah. Yeah, I did an interview with Frankie during tennis, I believe. No, it was volleyball. And who chimes in but Lindsay Hellion? And I go, how do you guys know each other? And she goes, oh, basketball. And I'm like, I didn't know Frankie was a basketball, but it's a big basketball family, the Gennaris.
Absolutely.
Gennari working it inside, has some room, gonna shoot again. Off the side, loose ball. Clinton comes away with the rebound, looking for Luzzo, and fouled. Nice pass there, Clinton to Luzzo. And Luzzo gonna get 2 shots.
Holliston foul is on number 33, Sophia Lynch. It's her first personal foul, first team foul.
So Luzzo, sophomore.
I think we're going Luzzo.
Are we going Luzzo?
You're going back and forth.
We got, I tend to do that. Are we going? Are we
It's
gonna go
Luzzo.
Luzzo? Okay.
I was told it's Luzzo.
Okay. I will say, I think Jay said Luzzo. But yes, Luzzo.
I did talk to the coach.
So apologies. We'll get it. The second one, no good. Wolverines up 14-7. 33 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. And a loose ball
There you go.
off of the Panthers. A Westwood ball.
Very smart by Hogan right there. She saw that the ball went off the leg of the Panther player, Grace Witten, who's the other captain. Out of bounds, Westwood ball.
Hogan crashing again, kicks it out to Gennari. Gennari with a fake. Back to Hogan on the outside. Some good patience as they work the ball around, keeping each team honest. Hogan working middle again. Kicks back out to Gennari. Those two have been finding each other nicely. Then Clinton from the outside. That's no good. That's rebounded by number 31. Kira Lucas, and the buzzer sounds for the end of the first. After 1 quarter, Westwood 14, Holliston 7. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back after a quick message.
I grew up right here in Islington, wearing the green and white for Westwood High. I wasn't the star quarterback or the Tri-Valley League MVP. I was the guy in the back of the room, learning from the best, filling in where my team needed me. And as a team, we won 2 Super Bowl championships. These years taught me that every role matters. The unsung heroes, the backups, the younger players, they complete the team. And that's the heart of Neroli. From the cooks, to the servers, to the dishwashers, we're a team, built on discipline, sacrifice, and trust, delivering authentic Italian dishes to our community. I'm proud to sponsor our hometown teams, not just the All-Stars, but every player grinding it out, because I've been there. Teamwork built me, it built Neroli, and it's building Islington. So come join us for dinner, and let's cheer on our teams together.
Westwood High School Sports, brought to you by Neroli Ristorante, authentically Italian. And Arch Orthodontics, creating generations of beautiful smiles with expert orthodontic care.
So welcome back, folks. Wolverines up 14-7. And Tom, what do we got breakdown? Do we have point totals so far?
We do.
Let's walk through.
Lizzie's got 6 in that first.
Yep.
Liliano Luzzo has 2. Bianca Gennari has a bucket. And Julie Hogan has a pair of buckets herself for 4 points.
And there we go. Wolverine's going to have the inbound pass and get right to work. We got our first sight now on Lily Curley from the Maze. She's driving it to the hoop and draws a foul. Lily Curley, sophomore for the Wolverines. She's going to shoot 2.
Second personal foul, first team foul of the quarter.
It's funny, I say Gennari's first varsity buckets. I forgot they had a game on Saturday.
Oh, first home bucket.
Yeah, first home bucket. There you go. And there we go. First home bucket for Lily Curley.
Did it really happen if we weren't there?
Yes. No, it doesn't. I didn't see the tree fall in the woods
Yeah,
either.
exactly.
So Curley gets the first one.
Well, that might be her first home points.
Yes. And a rebound. It's into it. Number 25, Campbell Harris. Holliston looking to push the pace. Wolverines do a good job of getting right back in defense and forcing them to readjust. Working towards the hoop is number 11, Ariana Prajapati. No good. Weeman gets the board. She's looking up court to Hogan. Those two have been finding each other. Hogan over Timothy. Timothy, nice move, going to the hoop, off the glass. Oh, in and out. That was a beautiful move and nice touch off the glass, and then a great defensive play by Lily Curley, jumping in front of the passing lane.
Holliston ball.
Curley was a player that Nikki Delaney was very excited about last year with the development she saw out of her as a freshman. Running the point guard, it's an important position, both offensively and defensively. Prajapati working it inside, kicks it outside to 24. That is no good off the rim, and then rebounded. Another shot from the outside by Jocelyn, out of bounds, a Westwood ball.
I like the rotation here. You get a chance to see some different people in there. Got Clinton, Timofeev, and Curley.
Yep.
So very young underneath with the veterans Hogan and Weeman up top.
Good movement too, moving it effectively. Weeman working it inside, and she draws a foul.
And she's going to need to do exactly that throughout this whole season. There's going to be moments of games where Lizzie's just going to have to assert herself and take it hard to the hole. Try to initiate contact and get to the foul line, because that's where points are going to be scored, and she can begin to see more points accumulating if she's able to rest and take the shots from the free throw line.
First one no good. It's kind of like Tom in football. You got to run the ball if you want to open up the passing game. So if you have a good passing game, you run that ball, a team's got to honor both. And, for Lizzie, taking it to the hoop, they're less likely to try and double team her behind the arc. The second one is good. Wolverines up 16-7 here early in the second quarter. Matt Grazzi, Tom Layden, Morgan Donahue. There's where I screwed up again. Tom Lydon, Matt Grazzi, Morgan Donahue. Evan Cardamino's here as well on the court, getting some nice on-court shots.
Ooh, 5 seconds.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. That's a great job on defense there. That's a forced turnover by Timothy.
Great job.
That's why she's earning time.
Now that is a secondary sack right there. When you get the sack on the quarterback, it's because no one was open. And then Hogan going to the net, but rebounded by Luzzo. Going to the hoop is Timothy, too strong there. And walk it away with his Jocelyn. Jocelyn going to settle down the pace. Kicks it near side. Good defense by the Wolverines. We got Curley as well as Luzzo. And then they get the jump ball. Great effort there to battle for it. But it's going to be Holliston ball, but you're in the next one with that. Inbound coming from Dietz. Dietz inside to Gallipo. As they work it around. Jocelyn over to Rajapati. Kicked away, stolen by Hogan. Hogan going towards the hoop. Off the right hand, no good. That was extremely difficult at that speed and the angle.
Didn't get one yet, but we're going to get one of those Hogan coast to coast soon enough.
So talented with the handle and to do it at top speed and the touch. I mean, it's to have one of the three is impressive, but to have all three is extremely impressive. We have a foul called there on the court. That's going to be on Timofeev.
Westwood foul is on number 9, Timothy.
And that's the first team foul for the Wolverines in the second quarter. I have to remember that they do the fouls by the quarter now.
Yeah, right. So when you get to 5, that's when you're shooting 2. There's no more 1-on-1.
Jocelyn going back and forth. Rajapati working it inside. Weeman keeping good distance on that. And looking inside, stolen by Luzzo. Great play by the sophomore. Hogan up top, working inside, kicks out to Timothy. Timothy working it towards the hoop and gets the layup. Beautiful play. As Hogan drew it in, opened up the lane for Timothy, and then Timothy had that runway to take it right to the hoop. give and go. Prajapati trying to go towards the net. That is no good. Weeman coming away with the rebound. Some solid defense. Timothy was helping out in that lane in addition to Weeman. Hogan to Timothy, back to Hogan. Hogan looks to shoot, working inside. Back to Timothy, who's open for the 17-footer. No good. And rebounded by Caroline Dietz. So both teams pushing the pace right now, and turnover on the Panthers. Checking in for the Wolverines is Emma Williams, who, Tom, we were talking before the game, a player we're excited to see. You know, we saw during warm-ups, really talented player.
Yeah, you know, you looked at me and you said, who is that? And I said, that's Emma Williams. She's a senior. She missed last year, but she's back this year. Glad she came back, and she's super excited to be on the squad, and she has some natural ability. Although caught shuffling the feet right there, but that's, you know, to be expected when you've missed some time.
Yeah. That wouldn't be a call in the NBA, I'll tell you that.
You got that
They
right.
give you another 2 or 3 feet after that. But, you know, from warm-ups, looked like a very exceptional talent. Great shooter, handle. You know, those are important, important components to have on the team. Shot from the outside, that is short. Loose ball. Also battling for it. Holliston able to come away with another shot. That's no good. And picked up by 15, Lindsay O'Connell. O'Connell pivots. Back over to Jocelyn. Jocelyn with a 3-point attempt, and that is good.
Tough shot.
That was a tough shot.
Well defended, but she was able to sink it.
She gets the Panthers to within 8. Wolverines up 18-10. 3 minutes, 30 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Weeman works it back to Boger. Boger outside to Williams. Good patience out of the Wolverines. Timofeev inside, working it towards the hoop off the top of the glass. No good, but rebounded by Luzzo. No good, gets her own rebound, out of bounds, gonna stay with Westwood.
Some good hustle points right there for Liliana Luzzo. Wasn't able to get the shot to fall, but really hustled to try to get the rebound, and the ball ultimately deflected off the Panther defender. So Westwood getting to run one of their under the basket plays right here.
Great, great effort. That gets the energy going. Williams from the outside, off the front rim. Weeman there. Some great vision by Weeman. She saw that angle and took an early break to it to get hands on it. Williams again from the outside. Off the front rim. Luzzo with an amazing battle. Gets the hand on it to keep it in play. Boger picks it up. But able to come away with it is the Panthers. However, Wolverine's still battling for it. Great effort by Timofeev. Williams now with hands on. Yes!
Both ends right there, that's a coaching moment.
Yeah.
Both teams under those circumstances when
for
they
the
had the
timeout.
ball
Yeah.
should have been looking for a timeout.
I was waiting for the timeout.
So that's going to be a coaching moment.
Yep.
At first was Elise Boger for Westwood, and then similarly Holliston had that same situation. I think it was Katie Jocelyn.
Yeah, and that's why we're talking about that play down low where it was a jump ball. Now the Wolverines have the possession because of the one they earned prior. Hogan working it inside, has a double team, loses the ball, and then taken from her by O'Connell. O'Connell's been an impressive player so far for the Panthers. Almost said Hillers. Shot from the outside, no good. Working its way out of bounds, going to be Wolverine possession.
By the way, can we point out how happy I am to see Paul Willa here today?
We said this, it is one of the best highlights of the year, and we're not even halfway through. To see him.
He's back, he's slim.
He's looking good.
Dropped 20 pounds.
He's still got the fastball.
Told me he doesn't really love the fall season, so it worked
Yes.
out well.
No,
I'm
it
just
worked out
kidding.
perfect. Yeah.
We all love the
Well,
fall
it's the
season.
busiest one of all seasons. You got all these freshman teams, you got additional sports, and a lot of injuries in the fall.
So one thing he's got to work with right now, coming in at this point of the season, here's Janari with a chance, is he's got to get used to all the players' names.
Yeah. Yes.
Everybody else has them under their belt.
The name game, as you see, we're doing a pretty good job at it.
We're just warming up for Friday's live
We
doubleheader.
are. We're shaking off the rust, you know. We're putting ourselves to the test because there's a big one on Friday, and it is a doubleheader, and it is going to be live on Westwood Media Center, which is always a blast. Last time we did a live game, came down to a last play touchdown in the end zone. Keelan McDonald, that was going to go down in history as one of the most memorable Thanksgiving games ever. And Hogan with the steal. Working with Luzzo. Luzzo towards the hoop, takes some contact, able to keep the possession. Gennari does a good job of jumping on the loose ball. Back down to Luzzo.
Nice move.
Little turn off the rim, but gets her own rebound again. That one no good. And then foul. Love the effort, though. Great effort from the sophomore. That is an effort that just gets the team going. You know, when you see how much work and how much that your teammate cares when it comes to getting those possessions, it makes you want to work just as hard.
Close to a 5-second right there.
Moving towards the hoop. That's off the back rim. Rebounded by the Wolverines. Looking to push the pace is Hogan. Cutting through a couple players. Goes right. Unbelievable finish. Julie coast to coast Hogan. And what a bucket. Carving through the defense at top speed. It looks like we got some of the girls hockey team here. Great to see them cheer on their fellow Wolverine athletes. A great defense down low. Eve Clinton had hands in the lane, and then they're going to call a foul. I think it's going to be on Gennari with the foul. With 40 seconds remaining, 2 shots to come from number 31, Kiera Lucas. First one, no good.
You start to see it, the evolution of what will become a student section.
Yes.
A more lively den as the season progresses.
Pasta dinner's going on with girls with their first hockey game tomorrow.
Right.
They'll be I know they'll be home taking on the Norwood Mustangs, which is always a big matchup. There's a foul on the court. Eve Clinton with the foul. And the Norwood matchup tomorrow for girls hockey reminds me of the Norwood game last year at home. Julia Marino, our emergency backup goalie, goes in there and gets the shutout. It's incredible. And it wasn't like it was like no shots. She had to make some difficult saves. Just a remarkable game by Julia Hogan. And then Julie Hogan with the bucket, mixing up Marino and Hogan, but great play by Hogan on defense, turned into offense, puts the Wolverines up 12 with 12 seconds remaining.
Julie's up to 8 points right now.
Clock winding down, 7 seconds. Timofeev comes away with it. 4 seconds if the Wolverines hustle. Gennari for 3, no good. But a great finish to the first half by the Wolverines. They're up 12, 22-10. Tom, what'd you like that you saw the Wolverines so far in the game?
Well, you got 8 points out of Julie Hogan, and you got 7 points out of Lizzie Weeman. That's really going to be the combination that you're going to rely on for the better part of this early season. So looking forward to seeing how other people step up here in the second half.
Absolutely, and to add to that, love the effort by the underclassmen, diving for balls, the going for contested defense as well. Really, really cool to see. So, folks, we'll take a quick break. You're watching Westwood Media Center coverage of Westwood Girls Basketball. We'll be right back for the start of the second half.
I grew up right here in Islington, wearing the green and white for Westwood High. I wasn't the star quarterback or the Tri-Valley League MVP. I was the guy in the back of the room, learning from the best, filling in where my team needed me. And as a team, we won 2 Super Bowl championships. These years taught me that every role matters. The unsung heroes, the backups, the younger players, they complete the team. And that's the heart of Neroli. From the cooks, to the servers, to the dishwashers, we're a team, built on discipline, sacrifice, and trust, delivering authentic Italian dishes to our community. I'm proud to sponsor our hometown teams, not just the All-Stars, but every player grinding it out, because I've been there. Teamwork built me, it built Neroli, and it's building Islington. So come join us for dinner, and let's cheer on our teams together.
Westwood High School Sports, brought to you by Neroli Ristorante, authentically Italian. And Arch Orthodontics, creating generations of beautiful smiles with expert orthodontic care.
Welcome back, folks. We got the holiday tunes playing right now off the phone of Jay Risha. And we are almost ready to get
DJ Jazzy J.
underway. He had a great, last year he was playing the national anthem and dogs started barking. We had no clue what was going on. He was getting a text message and he learned the hard way of how to silence your phone from texts. And
Tell you what, man, the beauty of that is that his back was to everybody but the two of us.
Yes, and we saw
the look on his face.
Oh, it was absolutely classic.
Oh, it's all good.
Yeah.
So the girls just had what will be their first of many team shots just taken by Mr.
Yes.
Mao. Mike Mao, a legend here at Westwood High School. Taking photos of every sport.
They, you know what, I was waiting for a little acapella, kind of like the volleyball team did, in between
It's
breaks.
early.
Yes, yeah.
And it is still a rivalry game.
Yes.
So let's catch you up on who scored what. Lily Curley on the board, the sophomore with 1 free throw. Sophia Timofeev, also a sophomore, has 2 points. Julie Hogan leading the way with 8. Bianca Gennari has 2. Liana Luzzo has 2. And Lizzie Weeman has a pair of 3-pointers and 1 foul shot for 7 total. It looks like they're going to trot out the original starting 5. So we're going to have Weeman, Boger, Hogan, Luzzo, and Timofeev out there for the Wolverines.
And very impressive so far. And, the bench as well. Bench doing a good job coming in, providing a spark. And just doing the small things that end up being big things. Jumping on loose balls. Making free throws. Taking it to the hoop. Wolverines looking to pick, and there we go. Timofeev gets a hand on a ball and a pass in the lane, picked right back up by the Panthers. Loose ball and stolen by Timofeev. Timofeev up to Hogan. Hogan tracking towards the hoop, off the glass.
Great job both ways there by Timofeev. She forced the turnover, gathered the ball, found Hogan streaking for the hoop, who was able to finish it off on the other end.
I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of that. Stolen by Timofeev.
Here it is again.
And there we go. Timofeev, outstanding defense. You mentioned Tom 6 steals the other night versus their top player on Bridgewater Raynham. Very impressive. Weeman working it outside, back inside, sends it around. Boger from the outside, strong. That's rebounded by Kira Lucas. Grace Witten going to work the ball up the court as the Panthers get their offense going. Panthers 10 points in the first half, looking to get things going on offense. And a good battle for a rebound by Weeman. It was a 50-50 ball, and she just outdid her opponent to get the ball in Westwood's hands and getting back down the court. Hogan inside to Timofeev. Timofeev kicks it out to Boger. Boger for 3. No good. Luzzo battling for the rebound, hits the ground, and Panthers come away with it. Panthers pushing it outside. Shot by O'Connell, no good. Timofeev with the rebound. Timofeev might have a triple-double by the end of the game. Pass inside to Luzzo. There's a whistle on the court. Is that on the Wolverines or the Panthers?
It's going to be a foul on Kira Lucas.
Is it a shooting foul? It looks like it is.
First personal foul, first team foul. Liliana Luzzo at the line for 2 shots.
First one no good for Luzzo.
Sophia Lynch back into the lineup for Holliston.
Lynch coming back into the lineup for the Panthers. Harris gonna take a quick breather. That one is no good. Panthers start from their own end line. Grace Witten, point guard for Holliston, senior. Back in her hands, and then there we go. Luzzo, great rebound.
Luzzo's done a great job hustling and gathering all the loose balls.
Hogan, Timofeev with the turnaround. That one was short, but gets the turnover and then fouled. What an effort by Timofeev. And Tom, one of the things you said before the game was everyone has been talking about her and the impact she's provided early on.
So Coach Joyce gave the players a questionnaire asking them to list their goals, what they were looking to accomplish this year. And among the questions was, name one teammate who has stood out to you so far with her effort.
Okay.
And there were a lot of Timofeeves
Yeah.
in the responses.
I asked the boys captains that, and they were mentioning John Power. And the second one is good from Timothy. What an outstanding effort. She had first attempt, then gets the steal, gets the foul, and able to get some shots. Put the Wolverines up 15 now, 25-10. Witten working it inside. Good defense, Timothy there. She's got help from Luzzo. Forces a shot, Luzzo with the rebound. Luzzo's got at least 4 or 5 rebounds so far today.
This should be our annual call out for anybody who wants to help us with the stats.
Yes.
If there's
Yeah.
anybody who wants to get some great experience working with Westwood Media Center and two great professionals like Morgan and me, we would love for you to join us and help us, track those stats. There's no way for us to keep up with rebounds, steals, that kind of stuff, blocks. But if someone's here tracking that for us, man, that would be crucial and
we will write a
very
letter
helpful.
of recommendation for college, whatever you want, and we'll make it sound like you are the Nobel Peace Prize winner. Shot from the outside, Weeman coming away with a rebound. And is it a jump ball? I think it's just Westwood possession. Foul on the Panthers. So great effort by Lizzie Weeman, leading by example.
That's a third foul on Sophia Lynch, the senior.
Third personal foul, 3 team fouls, Westwood ball.
Weeman was not going to be denied. Olger working it across. That's Luzzo. Luzzo going inside. Rolling. Yes. Count it.
Shot falls.
And timeout called by the Panthers. And AK Joyce is happy with what she's seeing out of the Wolverines.
Got to be happy with a 17-point lead. The effort that you're seeing on both sides of the court defensively. You're hustling for the ball. You're ripping it out of the other opponent's hands, forcing fouls, forcing contact. So nice opportunity here for the Wolverines to regroup, talk a little bit about what they're doing. One thing that I'm noticing is that right now, today, you're seeing more of Julie Hogan handling the ball at the point. I think ultimately in clutch situations, you're probably going to see that most notably, but she'd love to get her off the point. And she'd love Elise Boger to step up and be able to manage that offense and really facilitate her teammates. But that takes some time. And that takes some confidence and some reps at that position. So I think we'll see a little bit more of Elise at the point throughout the rest of this game, but there's always that security blanket knowing that Hogan can control that ball from the point position if you need her to.
Totally, where they have that free shot. At one point we were saying that last year about Charlotte Hurley, where she had such a good shot where at times you're figuring, all right, we're getting her off the ball just to be able to go around and get, quick catch shot. And, obviously the same here for Hogan. Curley could be someone that does it as well. And these are the games where they're getting valuable experience, building that confidence, where they're dribbling the ball with conviction. And, there's no second guessing, no doubts, because they have enough of those at-bats where they feel comfortable with grabbing the point and pushing the pace with the ball.
Sounds like an old Jerry West guidebook, dribbling with conviction.
Witten hands it off to Gorham and hands back off to O'Connell. O'Connell to Witten. Witten working across. Great job by Boger, able to strip it loose. Curley back to Boger. And no good on the layup attempt as he's running out of real estate. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to stay with Weston. It looks like AK was able to convince the official to look back as if to see, if anyone knew what was going on. So AK was saying Westwood ball. The ref says, okay, Westwood ball.
I think the ref thought that she was wearing a black and white shirt, but it's just black.
Hogan from the outside. That's no good.
Look at the look on her face. Oh, you got to love it.
Yeah.
We talked about that with Ty Pindell during the football season. When he makes a mistake, he's just so angry at himself. I love that's my first thing I look for when I look at an athlete. Like, how do they react?
Yeah, how do they react? There we go. Luzzo in the lane, steals the ball, and then gets it. Great job, Lillian Luzzo. What an outstanding effort by her tonight. Curley working it inside. Loses it, but Wolverine's able to regain it. Boger. Over to Timofeev. Luzzo working inside through traffic, off the rim and in. Beautiful combination. Timofeev to Luzzo. He gets the Wolverines to its largest lead, 19-point lead, up 29-10 with 3 minutes and 15 left in the third. Curley, solid defense. Luzzo just missing another steal. Shot from the outside, no good. Hogan battling down low, comes away with it, but steps on the line.
Well, pizza box prediction right here is that we're going to see Luzzo on the floor.
Yeah.
Within the next 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. She's going to dive for a ball. I'm predicting it.
It's incredible. You know, talk about getting your presence felt right here at your first home game. Sophomore, very bright future for her. That's how the Wolverines like to play. And Curley gets a big rebound. Push it over to Gennari. Gennari working it up the court. Gennari works it around down low to Boger. That one's too strong with it. Here we go. Luzzo again with the rebound. Off the glass, no good. Curley battles for it, and I believe going to be a foul on Curley. Yes.
I think Liliana got the ball in the paint, didn't realize how open she was. Probably if she instinctively had gone up with it, would have been an uncontested layup.
Yeah.
But sometimes you get the ball there and just expect to be surrounded by other players. Oh, that was her chance to get on the floor.
Oh, it was a great job. Wolverines come away with it. Boger picked that up. It all happened, great turnover by Gennari. Gennari on the outside. Does a good job of making it look like she's going to shoot and holds on it as they work for other opportunities. Boger working it around. It's off to Eve Clinton going towards the hoop. Ooh, that's no good, but Luzzo there to put it back.
8 points now, Liliana Luzzo.
Unbelievable. She is having fun. They are having fun out there right now, which is awesome to see. Tajapati working it inside. She's got Clinton there. It looks like it's a travel. It is a travel. With great defense by Eve Clinton, who made it difficult to try and work that ball through traffic, forcing that travel.
Well, it's a 21-point lead, but we learned on Sunday, no 21-point lead is safe.
Oh. People felt pretty good at, after the midway through the second quarter, as Clinton going towards the hoop and puts it back. Eve Clinton on the board.
Don't forget, she's a lefty, so very impressive for her to do that with the right hand.
Wolverines up 23, 33-10. 1 minute 27 remaining here in the third. You're watching Westwood Media Center coverage of Westwood Girls Basketball, and we have a foul on the court. Luzzo going to get called for it. Matt Grazzi, Tom Lydon, and Morgan Donahue. We have new players checking in for the Wolverines. Seeing first glimpse of Reese Lipton, sophomore for the Wolverines, and then coming back in is also Emma Williams, the senior.
Reese was playing defense there. It looked like she was smiling at the defender. Just
That's how you get
introducing
in the
herself.
head. So on the court right now, Tom, we have 3 members of the Maze. Reese Lipton, we have Lily Curley, and Eve Clinton. Pretty cool. Foul on Eve Clinton, her second personal foul. Thank you, Jay Risha. Can always rely on him when it comes to the foul totals. Prajapati at the line. First one is good. Second one, no good. Rebound by Williams. Williams pushed it up to Gennari. Back to Williams. Is open. Shot from the outside. Just missed. Prajapati comes away with it. Wolverines double teaming on trying to get the ball back. I love the aggressiveness. It was Gennari and Lipton. And then miscommunication there. Ball goes out of bounds.
Just a little slip by the wing near the end line. And Kira Lucas lost her footing there. Now Holliston's going to come out with a full court press. And this is a good test.
Yeah.
How are you going to handle it?
They're going to see this on Friday night versus Norwood. Gennari working it up. She's got Clinton under the hoop. Yes. That was a terrific job by Clinton. Not much room. Had to kind of go more vertical than you'd like to, and gets it in. And stolen by Gennari. Gennari making her presence felt. Curley with the pick there. Gennari with the shot. No good, but Curley gets the rebound. Williams working it towards the hoop. And they're going to call a travel. So Holliston ball with 11 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Whitten going to push it up. They have 8 seconds, 6 seconds. Shot from the outside by number 20, McAdams, no good. And that is going to do it for the third quarter. After 3 quarters, Wolverines up 35-11 on the Holliston Panthers. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back for the start of the fourth quarter.
I grew up right here in Islington, wearing the green and white for Westwood High. I wasn't the star quarterback or the Tri-Valley League MVP. I was the guy in the back of the room, learning from the best, filling in where my team needed me. And as a team, we won 2 Super Bowl championships. These years taught me that every role matters. The unsung heroes, the backups, the younger players, they complete the team. And that's the heart of Neroli. From the cooks, to the servers, to the dishwashers, we're a team, built on discipline, sacrifice, and trust, delivering authentic Italian dishes to our community. I'm proud to sponsor our hometown teams, not just the All-Stars, but every player grinding it out, because I've been there. Teamwork built me, it built Neroli, and it's building Islington. So come join us for dinner, and let's cheer on our teams together.
Westwood High School Sports, brought to you by Neroli Ristorante, authentically Italian. And Arch Orthodontics, creating generations of beautiful smiles with expert orthodontic care.
Wolverines up 35-11. That was their most productive quarter as of yet, that third quarter.
And this quarter is vital for this reason. The temperature in this gym is going to be raised by about 20 degrees on Friday. Norwood's going to come in here with a completely different level of intensity. And you know that they're a very talented team, very well coached. There's the connection between A.K. Joyce and Kristen McDonald. So you want to keep the foot on the gas in this quarter, see some more positive things happen that you can build on in the 2 days between now and Friday's game.
No question about it. Williams gets called for the travel. Holliston come away with the ball. The Wolverines looking to build off of the big third quarter they had. Clinton down low, great defense. Gets the rebound. Goes off the shot of 25. Campbell Harris. And then Panthers able to get a nice steal. Ooh. Shot from the outside. Now foul called, I believe, on Williams.
I thought for a second she got away with it.
Yeah. Is that inside the 3-point line? I think it's going to be
3 shots.
No, it's a 3-shot.
Number 10, Emma Williams. It is her first personal
It's rare. You don't see too many fouls on 3-pointers where you see the 3-shot attempts. Callie Dietz. Dietz misses the first one. Misses the second. So Tom, if you had your choice of it's a great foul. If you had your choice of a bright color shoes, what's your go-to?
I'd probably go neon yellow.
Yeah, like the greenish yellow.
No, like highlighter yellow.
Highlighter yellow. Okay. I like the greenish yellow, especially with the Wolverine darker green.
Well, you didn't say we had to match with the uniform. I didn't know what uniform we were wearing.
Oh, of course it's going to be the Wolverines.
Okay. Well, then I would probably lean more towards what you're talking about.
Yeah.
More the lime green highlighter.
Yeah, it goes well with the banners. Good defense there. Clinton able to steal the ball away from number 31, Kira Lucas. Goes out of bounds, still will stay with the Panthers, but great effort to ensure that there was no offensive opportunity. Inbound pass from Dietz. Shot is good by Katie Joslin. That was a high arching shot. Nice 2-pointer for her.
So in this game's edition of Back in My Day, we actually had the same sneakers. The whole team wore the exact same shoes.
Clinton going through traffic and had 3 players closing in.
But that was part of the uniform. I remember at the beginning of the season, the coach saying, like, listen, we're all going to need to buy shoes, and here's the shoes we're going to buy, and let us know what your sizes are. And I thought we looked pretty sweet.
But it was also, there was, brands that wanted to see, Fairfield Prep wear their shoes.
I can attest with all certainty that I definitely paid $85 for their shoes, and there was no sponsorship involved.
Hey, when you are matching, it's, sometimes you win the game before the game, and matching and having that look on the, the baseline while going through warm-ups can certainly do it sometimes for teams.
Like that, though, I think we just came up with a new segment. We're going to, add that to each game. It'll be Back in My Day.
Back in my day, yes. Yeah, the old, we joke around watching, when you watch 80s NBA basketball and the fouls back then versus the fouls now, back then it was no body bag, no foul. These days, if there's a hangnail, that's 2. We're talking NBA level.
I know you're going to be biased because you grew up here, and I didn't grow up here, so I can answer this question without bias. But who wins the game between the 1986 Celtics and the 1996 Bulls?
Ooh. And that is going to be another 3 points at the line for Gennari. So
4 fouls on Lynch.
That's a great question. I mean, the Celtics were able to beat Jordan in the 80s, but that wasn't Jordan with, Pippen, and you're talking about, the Rodman year, Rodman, and you had
Steve Kerr.
Who was the 3-point shooter from
Tony
Europe?
Kukoc.
Tony Kukoc was money. First one is good from Gennari. Second one is good.
Silence in the gym. Bang all 3 of these home? Love it. You're going to have to give me an answer here eventually.
I can't give you an on Celtics. Even though I think the Bulls are going to beat them, I'm going Celtics.
You rattled off the whole Bulls roster.
Yeah, well.
You're like Celtics. I will say this. I think the Celtics win. And I grew up a Knicks fan,
Yeah.
and I have no affinity for either of the teams. I just think that 1986 Celtics team was the most perfect basketball team of all time.
They were
just
tough.
top to bottom. So much fun to watch.
Yeah.
It wasn't the era of the 3-point shot. It was just, if you want to watch a good basketball game, just throw on a clip of the 1986 Celtics because they were so good.
You know what I heard as the Panther? A nice steal by Curley. Curley comes off her foot and then picked up by the Panthers. But Larry Bird, during the national anthem, he'd be looking up at the rafters. Did you ever hear about what he was looking at?
Bobby Orr, baby.
Yes, unbelievable.
Robert Orr.
Robert Gordon Orr.
#4.
Robert Gordon Orr. Shot from the outside, no good. Gennari with the rebound. She's doing it all. Terrific night for Bianca Gennari, the junior for the Wolverines. Woo. And who made that one? Williams. Nice shot by Williams. I was looking down for a second. I believe that those her first points of the game, Tom?
They are. She's on the board with 2.
Emma Williams. Nice shot from the just outside, and she's battling for a loose ball. And we'll see where the possession arrow goes to. It's going to be a foul. So foul on Williams. And Boger coming back in the game for Williams. Great effort, though, by Williams. Got the 2 points there, and she has not slowed down the pace. Gorm on the inbound. It's an inside to Lucas. That's no good. Lucas gets her own rebound and then off the glass.
First 2 points for Kira Lucas.
Gennari right back to work. She's showing Tom that she can move the ball. Bianca Gennari. But really impressed so far with the style of play by the Wolverines on offense and defense. And that's a great shot by Katie Joslin. As the Panthers starting to chip into Westwood's lead. Wolverines up 39-18, 4 minutes, 46 remaining here in the game. Gennari working it around. Fakes the shot, back to Boger. Boger finds Curley from the outside. Good looking shot, just a little bit too strong. Rebound in the hands of Lucas. Panthers setting up their offense. Prajapati helping out. Picks up the handoff and sends it over to far side. They're going to look inside. Great defense by Clinton. She's got help by Lipton. And it's going to be a jump ball. Great effort there by Clinton and Lipton. Gorm on the inbound. Looking for the outside and a great battle by Gennari. Holliston was able to come away with it and comes to get the point, but not with a lot of effort there. Gennari is all over that pass. Curley, nice move inside. Little tip shot, no good. Rebounded by Campbell Harris. As the Panthers looking to keep adding to this late flurry that they're getting going. Prajapati, a shot from the outside, no good, and it's going to work its way out of bounds.
Do you ever see a score and think of a game, another game, famously?
Only if I see 28-3.
Classic example. You know, when you see 28-3, you think of the Super Bowl. This one for me is the Giants' first Super Bowl. 39-20 over the Broncos.
That was a good one in the 80s?
86. I'm stuck in that year.
That's a big year. That was the birth of the Donahue twins.
Power year.
I was 6 months old, or 5 months old, when your Mets beat our Red Sox.
Were you? I was in Shea Stadium for Game 7.
You were fired up that night after a big win. And rebound by Timofeev. Have you ever seen the ESPN where they say, hey, it wasn't just Buckner. Here's the 10 other things that went wrong that were a reason for the Game 6 loss, or the Game 5 loss?
There was a lot.
And there was. I mean, like the ball that went to the backstop was one, and we have a travel called. The wild pitch, you know, there was a lot of things that weren't really factored in or even advertised when it comes to how the Red Sox lost that game. So Weeman back in the game. As Wolverines look to close this out. Up 19 with 2 minutes 45 remaining. And we have a foul on Boger. What a fall season, as I mentioned, for Boger. She just started cross country this year, and she was one of the top cross country runners on the team, as well as the Tri-Valley League in her first ever season doing it.
Genetics plays a role there. Her mom,
Yes.
solid runner.
Yep.
Very skilled
Yep.
veteran runner, so I'm sure that they spent a lot of time together.
And Tom, you love when I do this, but her mom's mom was a Westwood High School grad, 1970, and voted best athlete of the class of 1970
How about that?
with Mike McGovern, who was a Westwood High Hall of
Yes,
Famer.
it all comes around.
It all comes full circle.
So 2 minutes and 39 seconds to go. Some of this may change. It's unlikely to change, but I'm going to take this opportunity to give you a couple of my superlatives
Let's hear it.
from tonight's game.
Let's hear
First of
it.
all, the name of the game is Prajapati.
Yes.
There's no question about that.
Yeah.
That's the best name we're calling off these rosters. Thank you very much, Arya Prajapati.
Yep.
The offensive player of the game going to be Julie Hogan. As it stands right now, Julie has 10 points leading the way, and she has shown that that's a very explosive talent we can count on all year. Defensive player of the game is going to be Sophia Timofeev.
Yes.
We saw exactly what the coaching staff was talking about, her forcing turnovers, altering the way the opponent's trying to move the ball offensively. Very encouraged and impressed with what I've seen from Sophia. But however, the Tommy Points player of the game, the person who gives the most effort, the most energy, who's hustling, who just gives you all that grit that you need, you know it's going to be Liliana Luzzo. She's been fantastic. And then throw on top of that the 8 points that she scored.
Yeah.
So there you go. Could change. 2 minutes and 39 seconds left in this one with the Wolverines on top by 19. But unless we see anything unexpected, those are going to be my superlative winners for this home opener 2025-26.
I think you got to do those every game now.
That and the segment of back in my day.
Is Tommy Point copyrighted?
Not in
if we say
Westwood.
that? Not in Westwood. Not in Bader. Not in Bader.
Not if your name's Tommy.
Yeah, exactly. If your name's Tommy, you can do it. So 2 minutes, 39 remaining. Wolverines up 19, looking to close this out. Panthers able to get it in the bounds before getting a 5-second call on them, and they are able to get points. That was put back by 31, Kira Lucas. Hogan works it across, sends it over to Timofeev. Timofeev driving in, over to Luzzo, off the back court, and in.
Double digits, 10 points.
Incredible. What a home debut. Liliana Luzzo. These games are where Westwood really starts to form their chemistry, their identity, and also you get glimpses of who are going to be the studs for the future. Luzzo, a sophomore, certainly one that really is showing a lot of promise. Hogan driving. Dishes to Timofeev. Timofeev working it in. Looked like she might have been fouled there, but no call. And then who do we got there battling for a loose ball? Luzzo. Unbelievable. And this is where we mentioned we wish we had some stat people, because there's only so much we can cover, because that is another, effort play that we certainly, and there we go. Under the hoop. Oh! Rebound by Curly. Luzzo again.
More hustle.
Unbelievable. Prajapati. It's over to Katie Joslin. Joslin had a bunch of points for the Panthers. Back to Prajapati. Gorham. Also doing a good job really keeping them outside the perimeter. Nothing inside so far. It looks like they're working man coverage. Curly, some help from Weeman as they push the baseline. Loose ball and sent outside to 31. No good on that shot. That was off the hands of Lucas. Wolverines come away with it. Weeman up to Hogan. Hogan puts on the brakes.
Milk that clock a little bit. Still
Yeah.
25 seconds to shoot. You're up 41-22.
Weeman.
Or take it to the rack.
Nice block there by Harris.
Oh,
Timofeev
God, heard that one from here.
earns the foul.
Holliston foul on number 31, Kira Lucas.
So a foul on Kira Lucas. Fourth personal foul. As Timofeev looking to add to her point total.
There's more in that tank. You know,
Yes.
that's the one thing you see here with Timofeev. As she gets older, you're going to see much more maturation and some development of that shot.
Yep.
And you're going to see the point total go up
Absolutely.
in accordance.
Kind of, similar look to Mackenzie Kaiser and her game. Speaking of which, see Mackenzie Kaiser here. Great to see the alumni. Charlotte Hurley as well.
Where are they? I didn't see either one
Second
of them.
row. Right ahead, straight ahead.
Hey,
Yeah.
there they are.
Always great to see the alumni come back, supporting their team. It's a connection that, as you wait for the shot to happen, it's a connection that's always in you.
They leave, they come back, and they're like, oh, there they are. They're still calling the game.
Yeah, still can't get rid of them. And they're there saying, they must be saying, in my day. The Wolverines with the rebound. Hogan has the ball with 24 seconds left in the game. Do they get another shot off? We'll see. Shot clock is off as they work it around the infield. Weeman. Prajapati on her. Hands it over to Luzzo.
She's thought about it.
There we go.
She thought about it.
A big win for the Wolverines. Wolverines get the 41-23 win over TVL Large Holliston, and able to do it in their first home game, and also the first win in A.K. Joyce's tenure here at Westwood High School. So congrats to A.K. Joyce.
So let's wrap it up real quick while they're shaking hands. Julie Hogan and Liliana Luzzo both scored 10 points apiece. Lizzie Weeman finishes with 7. Eve Clinton has 4. Bianca Gennari has 4. Sophia Timofeev has 3. Emma Williams has 2. And Lily Curley wraps it up with 1 solitary point. A great showing, and going to be a lot of fun on Friday when Norwoods comes to town.
Absolutely. Put that one on the calendar, folks. Doubleheader starting with boys at 5 o'clock. We will be live on Westwood Media Center, and thank you for watching, tuning in tonight. But we will see you all on Friday. Stay safe, folks. Happy holidays, and have a great night.